The government is introducing taxes on unrealized capital gains. Yes, this does mean that you will be taxed on your assets before even selling it. However, there are conditions to this. First, let's really go through what actually happened. Now, very recently, the Labour Party of the Australian government just proposed a law called the Division 296 tax that will tax 30% of all earnings generated in superannuations with balance over $3 million. Now, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, who even has over $3 million in their superannuation fund? How can this even apply to me? Well, as a matter of fact, 80,000 people in Australia actually have over $3 million. It turns out when you actually save money over a long period of time, this can happen. So this policy is to come into effect on 1 July 2025. Then you also might be wondering, haven't we already seen a 15% tax on superannuations already? That's a really great question. So for super's account in the accumulation or the pre-retirement phase, earnings are taxed at a flat rate of 15%. This proposal is for an extra 15% tax on earnings generated by the portion of super assets over $3 million, and the saver has to pay this tax every single year. The real question is, what can we expect next from this policy? Now, a quick disclaimer, I am not a tax accountant, and any information today is for entertainment purposes only. So please go out and seek an actual accountant for advice. Now, looking forward into the future, one worrying thing is the fact that the government is actually not going to index this 3 million threshold to inflation. What this means is even if inflation goes up in the next few years, this threshold will remain at $3 million. Now, I don't know about you, but given how inflation has been in the last few years, I'm quite concerned, and this is a terrible, terrible sign. And you never know. If inflation is at the rate it has been in the last few years, your super balance will reach this $3 million threshold very, very soon. And who knows? Eventually, the government might go out and tax other things as well, and this can be precedents. So it can be your properties, it can be your stocks, anything. So if this legislation actually passed through Senate, then super accumulation will not be a very effective tax strategy anymore.